Okay, everybody, my name is John. I'm with Fantasy Football Time. We are going to do a mock draft with our cheat sheet. We're going to work out some of the kinks and see what we could do. Let's go. Okay, so this is the cheat sheet that we use for the draft. The X rank changes on a daily basis, so the X rank may not be completely up to speed, but we will do our best to stay put. The only thing I did filter was one of the ways the cheat sheet works is if they had a stat next to them, that means they're a top 24 player from last year. If they don't have a stat next to it, they were not in the top 24 for 2023. So this cheat sheet's main purpose is to show you actual performance from last year, show you how many games they played, have any additional notes about that player so that you can make a pick based off the performance and the Yahoo rank. All right, we are in. We have the number 12th pick of the draft. This is, I believe, is a 14-team draft. So what we want to do is obviously want to know the players that we have available. So all players available. It's a quarterback, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tight end, flex, kicker, and defense, followed by a whole bunch of bench players. We'll do our best to filter through just the picks that are on the board for us. And then from there, we are going to make our selection using the cheat sheet. As a quick reminder, the cheat sheet does have the instructions on other tabs. So if you click on the instructions tab, you will see that the cheat sheet is primarily based off color coding. And higher the color, the better the player. Some things to call out here is people like Breece Hall, right? Had a great year last year, projected to go really high, 250 projected points. That said, Breece Hall last year had 252, so they think he's going to do roughly the same. Some people think that that is conservative, given that he did that with with Zach Wilson behind him at quarterback. So hopefully he'll have a better year. Jamar Chase, 236-point projection. Last year, he had 226. Actually, he had 212 points. He was on pace for 226, but he only played 16 games. So they're very bullish on Jamar. We'll see how that goes. All right, so the draft is starting in about less than a minute. I expect mostly chalk, but I've done a couple of these before, and some people do go off the board. We'll just keep track of that. If you're using the Yahoo app, you can go into the results, click on picks, and then as picks are coming off the board, you'll be able to see how they are drafted. Looks like the draft just got started. Here we go. As you can see, it's mostly chalk so far. And when I say chalk, that means picking based off the Yahoo rankings. So it's almost our turn. Let's see who we're selected to get. Puka, Derrick Henry, Wilson. I'm a running back fan, so I'd probably go more Derrick Henry. I'm also pro good team, so when I see anything like Arizona, that gets me concerned. All right, it's our turn. So we have 20 seconds left. Puka receiver, Derrick Henry running back, Barkley on the Eagles. I love Derrick Henry. Had a great year. I'll show you why in a second. Derrick Henry, although he was not a top 12, he certainly is on a much better team. He projected to get 234 points, 213 projected this year. I think that is way under, but I took a chance just because I know Derrick Henry not personally, but I've had him on my teams before. I also love me some Kyren Williams. I'm going to draft him, and I'll show you why. Kyren Williams, we have here, only projected 209 this year. He was on pace for 338 points last year. So that's the power of this chart here. You can use it to know if they are going to be or have been one of the top players of 2023. Even though he only played 12 games, he averaged a amazing almost 20 points per game as a running back. That is some of the top that you could possibly expect. If you look at our team now, we got 2 strong running backs. I typically like to go quarterback 3rd round because the best receivers are probably gone at this point, and I just usually will stream receivers if we can. Okay, so we're coming up in 10 picks or so. We're supposed to be landing in the quarterback area. I love Lamar, love Patrick Mahomes. We'll see if they'll be around for that pick. We're going to filter by position. See which quarterbacks are around still. We have a lot of great options. We'll see who makes it. All right, it's almost our turn. Starting to see a couple quarterbacks come off. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they're gone. Let's see if the next 4 players go after the QB we need. And of course, they took Mahomes. All right, let's do a quick search here. Indy, Arizona, Stroud, Burrow, Dak. We got 17 seconds here, so let's do a quick filter of players. Dak was a top player. Let's go with Dak. All I did was quickly check this sheet for quarterbacks, which I'm going to reset right now. And I'm looking for the color code, which is what we're trying to do, and see who was a top player for 2023, not just the projection. Let's check while we have a couple seconds here. We're really good at quarterback and running backs. Now we need to find some receivers and a flex. I typically like to go 3 running backs, but we got to get some receivers at some point. So let's see who we're looking to get. Cooper in Cleveland could be interesting. Maybe Walker in Seattle. Let's see who's available before we start checking. At first glance, we go down to 44. Oh, it's our turn. All right. Cooper, White, Cook, Richardson. Let's see if Cooper. Cooper was a wide receiver 2. I think we can go with that. So at wide receiver 2, I knew from first glance that he gets about 12 points a game. Not great. Didn't play the whole season, but hopefully with Deshaun coming back, that they will get on better page and keep going. Still looking for another running back. Still looking for another receiver. Maybe a tight end, but I usually don't like to get tight ends that early. All right, our turn's up. Let's see if Stevenson, Harris, or Johnson are on the list. Stevenson's a running back 3. I think we go with Stevenson. Not great pick, but he was in the upper echelon. All right, so now we're looking for a receiver. I'm going to go with Allen, and I'll tell you why. Keenan Allen is a top receiver. I have some notes here. He was good in 2023, projected, prorated to be the number 3 receiver overall. He's behind Moore. He has lower projections, but he has the ability to rack up points. So I think he is an amazing find at the place that we got him. So short of the tight end, we're pretty much going through the main part of the draft here. I don't think you really need my expert advice on grabbing a tight end. Honestly, find the best one you can. Look at the 2023 stats. But I would go to battle against anybody with this team right here. All right, so the final results, we picked up Goddard, Tucker, Minnesota, Gus Edwards, Kirk Cousins, Mike Williams, Thielen, Algier, and Slayton. I think this is a wonderful draft, guys. So use the color codes, use the stats, pick smartly. Good luck. Don't forget to follow us at Fantasy FB Time on all social media platforms, including X and YouTube, for the latest analysis, tools, and suggestions to help you win your fantasy season in 2024. God bless.